So that's why I wonder, if you're an African from a place like this, why would you want to come to a place like this?
Hey fam, Gracie here. I hope your day is going great today. Mine is going well. To those of you that continue watching, subscribing, liking, and sharing and commenting on the content that I put out here, your support means a lot to me. I don't take any of that for granted. So thank you so very, very much. Today's video is one of those. You need to be very, very critical, and I want you to follow each and everything, right? Because this is nerves. But I want us to watch how our brothers hold this white man. Yeah, but I don't want to give it away so much. I want you to watch this clip together with me and then stick around.
So that's why I wonder, if you're an African from a place like this, why would you want to come to a place like this?
I'm sorry to first of all hold on right there, okay? But the truth is, did you see the shelter that he showed? Did you guys see that?
I don't get it.
Okay, looking at this from a Eurocentric perspective, I think it would be fair for anyone to agree with you on this, Johannes. It would be the most honorable thing to do to agree with you on this. I mean, why would someone living in this, as you claimed, really want to move to a place where people live in this? Honestly, I think it's really unfathomable, or should I say enigmatic, so to speak. However, if any of you watching this video have ever watched any of the Scooby-Doo cartoon series, you would understand that the lesson Scooby-Doo always tries to teach us is that the real monsters are always humans. It doesn't matter how long it takes them to unravel the mystery. They always find out that the real monsters are humans. So what if we flipped the switch and asked the same question from an African perspective? If we took a sincere look at the root cause of why Africans move from here to here, we might be able to demystify this inscrutable idea of why people would really move from a place like this to a place like this. Maybe I have to joggle your memories a bit. Something could ring a bell. Now, approximately 600 years ago, some European marauders, I mean your forefathers, arrived on the shores of what is now known as West and Central Africa to forage for food. They left their heavenly places in Europe, they left their advanced, civilized Disney World castles, like they left this to places like this in Africa. To be honest, some of us Africans are still trying to fathom the reason why your forefathers built ships and started sailing all the way to Africa that actually had nothing but poor, primitive, uncivilized, barbarous, and benighted people. We are still trying to figure it out why. None of you has been honest enough to tell us why those ships left the shores of Africa with items your leaders, your forefathers needed to keep all of you alive. None of you have been able to tell us. We are still trying to figure it out why these visitations never ended. Why they didn't end. They came once, they didn't end. We can't juxtapose the fact that your forefathers sat in Berlin between November 1884 and February 1885 at the Berlin Conference without the presence of a single African. Not a single African leader was present. Your forefathers sat there to split the continent of Africa like a pizza. And the fact that you all came to save us, just like this snake is saving this fish from drowning, we can't juxtapose how your forefathers actually came to save us from dying from hunger and then leaving our shores with food items for you. You continued to stay for hundreds of years until it was our human capital you started extracting. Now, we may not be able to understand why your forefathers, I mean those Marooners who came here to rob, to plunder, couldn't stay in Europe and enjoy all these good things, right? All these riches and all this technology you guys had that nature blessed you with. But I can help you to understand why some Africans, I can help you to understand the reason why some Africans are living this to this. It is simply because your Ajibole forefathers and their great-grandchildren till now have turned Africa from this to this. Simply put, it can be explained as the circumstance dictates the actions. That is why. I can also help you to understand that if not for Africa, you, Johannes, and the likes of you would have been extinct by now. If not for Africa, you would have all been extinct by now. Now, let me give you a bonus, something to go home with for the road, right? Now, do you know that some African countries have been trying to kick out some of your uncles? They have been trying to kick them out of their countries. And your uncles, they don't want to leave. Now, in case you don't know, in case you don't understand, Daddy is here to help you. I'm here to help you, right? That's why I'm here. In case you don't know, in Niger, in Burkina Faso, and Mali, it is happening. In fact, one of your uncles from France was even living in Niger illegally. After his permit to stay was revoked, he refused to leave. You know, the first time I reacted to your video, right? Although you blocked me afterwards, when I reacted to your video, people thought you weren't real. You know that video where you talked about a future war between Africa and Europe? You see, many people thought you were not real. They thought you were AI generated, you know, and I kind of agree with them because AI does not think, and so do you. Now, I know you may block me again because you don't have the balls. You don't have what it takes to defend your lies other than to run away with your tail between your legs like a little chihuahua. So go ahead, just block me. You know, that is what you are very good at. You call yourself Johannes the Great. Johannes the Great. Who told you you are great? You are Johannes the Ekwomo, my friend. Johannes the Ozuo. That is what you are. Say Johannes the Great. Who told you you are great? You and the entire global West should be grateful to Africa. You should treat all Africans with utmost respect. Because if not for us, if not for me, my forefathers, my continent, you would still be sailing around the world by now like freeboaters looking for grains to feed your insatiable brothers and cousins all around Europe. If not for us, you should be grateful to us. You should respect every Africa, every man, woman that is melanated. You should be respecting every one of them because if not for them, you won't be. You stand there to say you don't understand why people would leave this and then come to this. You should respect in fact, we Africans, we are your daddies. We are your daddies. You are still alive thanks to us. Or you think we don't know about the Dutch company in South Africa that was created so that you may have something to eat and live, survive with. Then you come here to denigrate Africans. Always, I watch your videos to denigrate Africans and call us all manner of names. Respect Africa and respect all Africans. The last time you said, you know, that Africa wants their Wakanda, but we cannot expect Europe to build our Wakanda for us. Who told you we want Wakanda? Wakanda is not even real. It's a fiction. Wakanda is Hollywood. And we don't believe in Hollywood because Africa is not in Hollywood. We don't want any Wakanda. We don't want to try to achieve something that is a fantasy. No, we don't want any Wakanda, Johannes. We want our Africa. That is what we want back. So you can keep the Wakanda. You can keep it, but leave our Africa for us. Tell your uncles, tell your leaders, tell them to leave Africa. Tell them, what are they doing here? Africa is poor. Africa is hunger, poverty-stricken, is war-stricken, crisis-stricken. Africa has all these. So what are you doing here? Why can't you leave?
When I tell you he ate and he left no crumbs, I don't know if I have any amount of words that could have put it better. Yeah, I'm still out of words. Because this is deeply, deeply what I be wanting to tell these people. Thank you to our Nigerian brother. Shout out. But I also have something to say. Why do you leave that to come to this? Why, on the planes that are coming to the motherland, the majority of people that are on that plane are not Africans, but you, leaving this to this? Why? After degrading, destroying, taking, dehumanizing, unaliving, because I feel like they had unalived and created chaos everywhere in the West. And I think they didn't have anyone to dehumanize anymore. So they decided to come and look for another species to dehumanize and commit all their dirty games. He has the nerves to ask why we live this, which is not the reality. I always say, you created problems. And these people are running away from the problems that you created yourself. And now, you are asking them why. But before you ask them why, who is taking the resources of the people you're talking about? Who? Who is funding the governments that you're calling corrupt? Who? Who is funding the wars? Who? They destroyed theirs first. Came, picked resources, went back, rebuilt. Now they have destroyed once again. They back. That's why on the planes, they are the ones that are always there. So black person, melanated queens and kings, before you get excited because some of these people own charities and they are promising to take care of your children, before you get excited about just this little tiny, things, think. I don't know what you guys think. In my opinion, the majority of people that are coming to our countries are you. Black people are seated here and enjoying them. If we are to put on a gauge, how many black people cross to come to your countries? It's not even 50%, it's not even 20%, it's not even 10%, all right? So majority of us are still here and we are trying to rebuild from what you left us, the destruction that you caused. There's some people that came on the motherland and said they are bringing, civilization, built things. But then when they were leaving, destroyed all of them, burnt history books, burnt our history, burnt the schools they had built, burnt the medicines, burnt the hospitals, and left us in debt. You still sanction us. You are the same people that own our minerals. You literally have contracts and we are not even allowed to sell any to them. And once we have people that think for us and they want to liberate us, you call them juntas. Aren't you still the same people that are still imposing colonial tax on them? They literally have to pay 500 billion USD to you. You ask, why? Why? Guys, I'm passionate. Let me know what you think about this. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and sign up for my channel membership for more exclusive nuggets about how to navigate through the motherland. It's Gracie here. Thank you for your support. I'll see you in another one. Bye.